Welcome to day 5 of week 5. We have a superset to start today to end your week off in the right way. The first thing we're doing is quick feet forward and back for 20 seconds and in and out for 20 seconds. The next thing we have is a kneeling push-up or a push-up for 15 seconds if you can. And the last thing we have is a banded high row with a step back 15 seconds each way. First thing we have is quick feet over and back for 15 seconds. Hold on. First thing we have is quick feet over and back for 20 seconds. Then we're gonna go side to side for 20 seconds. You ready? So forward and back looks like this. It's a pitter patter, over and back as fast as you can. Find a line, find a rope, find a piece of tape and go over it. Right after we've gone 20 seconds, we are going side to side, jumping, go. 20 seconds, side to side as fast as you can. Get your heart rate up, get your cardio going for the rest of the workout so we can burn some calories. Good. Our next exercise, it does not have to be complicated. It is a push-up. So what we're gonna do is if you can go a regular push-up, that's what we're gonna do. If you can't, we're gonna go ahead and drop to our knees. So the biggest thing on push-ups, I want you guys to focus on where her elbows are going. I don't want shoulders nice and wide. I want your hands right by your chest and your elbows matching your hands versus this. So she's going down and up. Those elbows are tracing her hands. Perfect. If you can, see how strong my wife is, we're gonna do a regular push-up. All the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. Rest. Our next exercise is a banded high row with a step back. So we're gonna try to make this a full body exercise. So you want the attachment a little lower, but as you row, that same arm you row with, that same leg is gonna step back and we're gonna create some tension. Boom. Step back with some power. You're gonna push off the leg that's in the front. Good. Gain some power, draw back like you're shooting a bow and arrow. If you haven't, you should try it. It's pretty fun. Draw back and push. Draw back and push. Rest. Our next superset is a posterior bridge with your hands up, creating some tension. We're gonna go that for 40 seconds. Right after that, we're gonna go to a seated dumbbell rainbow, all right, which is a new lateral raise complex for you guys. We're gonna go for 20 seconds, and then we're just gonna do a banded curl for 20 seconds, okay? The posterior bridge, one of our favorites for the low back and the hips and the glutes. We're gonna go ahead and lay back. She's gonna put her hands right up in the air, and she's gonna curl her feet slightly, curl her knees, and push right there, up, and we're gonna hold. You're trying to push your hips through an immovable object all the way up. You're finding tension in your hands and length, and you are curling the feet to the entire time, trying to create as much tension in your body as possible to create some stimulus. 40 seconds, rest. Our next exercise is a seated rainbow. We do this with NFL athletes, we do this with pro athletes, we do this with high school athletes, and any general population client. We're looking for full range of motion on the shoulder. So pinkies are touching at the bottom, thumbs are touching at the top, arms are straight. Go. All the way up and all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. We're using every bit of our shoulder, every bit of our scap, all the way up and all the way down, and rest. With summer being right around the corner, we want to focus on some arms. The sun's come out, the guns come out. So what I want to do is make sure that we know how to even approach hitting the bicep. So with my palm open, I want to focus on my pinky, rotating to my shoulder to contract that bicep all the way, and my wrist open. What I want to do at the very bottom of the exercise is contract my tricep to remove the bicep to go all the way up. Full range of motion, all the way up, all the way down, just like my wife's doing. To finish off week 5, day 5, I want you guys to focus on this. The first thing we have is a banded front raise for 20 seconds. The next thing we have is a med ball slam for 15 seconds, throwing it through the earth itself. And the last thing we have is a lateral lunge iso to help those external knee pain and that glute. So what we're gonna do on a banded front raise, depending on how strong you are, if you feel stronger, you grab further on the band. If you can't, it's okay, grab closer together. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start by anchoring your butt into the ground and your arms are gonna go straight up in the air. You're focusing on that medial delt, you're focusing on the front delt, and also again, that scapula on the back, all the way up and all the way down. Rest. Our med ball slam, I want you thinking about, go ahead and turn sideways. I want you guys thinking about throwing this into the ground with your legs and your core, not your back. She's gonna go all the way up on her toes, squat the ball down. Boom, boom, all the way through the ground, breathe out, throw it all the way down, and rest. Good job. What we have next is a lateral lunge iso, like we talked about. We're gonna focus on that medial knee pain through here, that external knee pain where that meniscus is at, because that glute med or the side of my butt's a little weak. So what we're gonna do is get down into a groin stretch. I'm gonna initiate this entire movement by pushing the ground away with my pinky toe to fire that knee and fire that glute. I'm gonna hold for 10 seconds, but I'm gonna be pushing as hard as I can to that glute and that foot. Rest.